The Baron's coming down pretty hard. Whatever you've been doing, you've really upset him.
I'm just getting started.
He's brought in new Crimson Guard Hellcat cruisers, making the streets dangerous for the underground. We've already lost 5 men this week.
Your men should be able to take care of themselves. But I wouldn't mind taking out a few cruisers if that's what you're getting at.
Never part of a bigger cause, eh, Jack? Fine. I'll take your help any way I can get it. Bring down all 5 Hellcat cruisers. That should send the Baron a message.
I'd be more than happy to do just that. My goodness, I spend time complaining about them, and now I get to just completely blow them up. Works out just fine by me. Alright, first things first, give me all of your ammos. There we go. Guess I'll probably use this, seeing as how I have a surplus of the ammo. Alright, onwards, onwards, onwards. Let's see, they should be slightly different colored at least, but it's kinda hard to tell. Yep, I think that's yellow. Either way, I'm just gonna shoot it down. The Hellcat cruiser, surprisingly easy to just destroy. Okay, and apparently they're implementing battering ram technology in order to prevent me from doing stuff. My goodness gracious. That's a very effective strategy. It's not even a joke, that's a legitimately smart plan. It's the best way to take me out. The only way to really stop me from getting to where I need to go is by knocking me off course, and it's very easy to do that in hover vehicles. That's why it was everyone's least favorite vehicle class to drive in Diddy Kong Racing. Lack of steering, man. Oh, okay. I thought I might have gotten it, but I didn't. So, there we go. That takes care of you. Leave it alone. That guy crashed into me deliberately, and he exploded for it. He has no one to blame but himself for that. And that guy. That guy was also just decided to jump straight into my line of fire. Alright, okay, if I could just destroy this before the car explodes, that'd just be the peachiest. The peachy-keeniest, if you'd mind. Right, yeah, I don't know who's in front of me, but you're gonna be whoever you are, you're gonna be dead real soon. Was that what I was going for? Wait, I passed it? I passed it? Did I either blew it up or I passed over it? I can't say I know. Alright, ow. Okay, yes, you've made your point. That's very nice and everything. Give me your car. Alright, fine, I guess I can't while you, for some reason. You can't steal Crimson Guard vehicles if they're attacking you? I don't understand how that works, but okay. When you're trying to not be in their way, camera, you mind? Okay, alright, thank you. Wow, that was awful. Wow, don't ever do that again, thank you. Oh boy. Seriously, I knew this game had some camera issues, but that was the most extreme problem I've seen pretty much this entire time I've played the game. That's impressive. Okay, it's like the cameraman just decided to, like, I guess give up or something for a minute there. He was really not interested in following us anymore. Alright, so we've just got 2 more. I think it's pretty safe to assume that I destroyed that Hellcat I was chasing, otherwise I wouldn't be so far off course. Alright. I don't really, these are like, I guess, an upgraded version of the old Hellcat, because they're like yellow, and when things in video games change colors, it generally means that they're stronger now. But they still seem to explode real easy-like, so, I mean, like, get out of here, nerd. Oh, I'm out of ammo. All right, okay, let's move forward a little bit there. Okay, aha! There we go, Daxter, get up. Oh, wait, that's not even who we're trying to shoot. Okay, it blends into the floor. It's got camouflage, is the excuse I'm going with. Oh, boy. All right, so that just happened. All right, why am I jumping that way? That is not the way my directional stickitude of fortitude was even there. All right, hi. Okay, wait, you're still not the thing. You're just a guy on a motorcycle. Get out of the way. I saw yellow and somebody shooting at me, and I just put 2 and 2 together, had 4, and I thought it was on the money. Turns out, not so much. Yep, okay, if you could, for some sort of super-duper ultra-secret weapon type deal-em-a-bobber, it just spends a lot of time just trying to run away from me than actual fight me. I mean, come on! Yeah, put on the big boy pants. And now I'm dead, and I gotta start all over again. All because the guy refused to put on the big boy pants! I don't see how that's my fault. Sheesh. Come on. Come on. I'm right on the money. Where'd you go? Where are you at? There you is. Alright, everybody get out of the way. Come on, I got this. Thank you. That was stupid and took forever for no reason, but I did it. It's all good. My goodness, that's actually pretty good praise coming from you. Haha. Very close to death. Could I please commandeer your vehicle? Thank you. I've got things to do, and they involve not being dead, and it's going to require a lot of running from authorities in order to make that whole thing work out. So, all right. Out of all the missions I've gone through that gave me trouble in my playthrough, or my test run anyway, that was not one of them. I was able to flawlessly pull that one off without any problems. Well, I suppose that's just the way things go. And I guess I should probably start expecting that to be the normal case. Hopefully, if things work out, I might... Yes, actually, now that I think about it, this should exactly be what I think it is. Let's do it!
Expecting that little boy to save us is folly. At his age, he's no match for the metalhead leader. Oh, Jack, we were just talking about Samos's plan.
Onan says your voice sounds very familiar. I'll bet you two golden oldies go way, way back, huh? Onan needs you to prove yourself, Jack. You've shown your brass and your brawn. Now, you must show your brains as well. Frankly, I think she's pushing it. But I'm not the boss. Beat this test, and the third piece to the seal will be revealed. I've got suspicious activity.
The only way to actually successfully do this is through a weird Simon Says minigame thing. Buttons pop up, all you gotta do is hit them. And reach the goal, don't miss any, or miss 20 at least, and everything will work out just fine. While, of course, Pecker provides his usual color commentary in the back. And if you thought it was too easy, oh, don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. This is not silly and overcomplicated at all. But sure, fine. If this is all I gotta do. Alright, in my defense, I didn't actually miss one, I just hit the wrong button. So, I don't know why that counts against me. Don't much care for it. Sorry, I had to go into the zone there. Okay, you know what? Back into the zone. I have to, in order for me to pull stuff like this off, I gotta be quiet. I gotta devote all of my brain energies and powers and stuff into being able to concentrate. Ordinarily, I'm actually pretty good at this sort of thing, but I guess I really do underestimate just how much of a difference talking into a microphone while doing everything it really is. Either way, we've almost got this down. Not a big deal. We got this. We got this. It's fine. Da-da-da-da. A whole bunch of triangles. Did you know it's not the X button, it's apparently the cross button? That's pretty weird, I don't understand that, but whatever! I win!
You actually won! I am without words, and that is rare.
You don't have to tell me. I already knew that.
Behold, the seal of Mar is now complete. Onan says the 3 artifacts you retrieved from the mountain temple are relics from an ancient light tower. Old songs tell how this light tower once shined down on the actual site of Mar's tomb. I sing one of these songs for you.
Cover your ears!
In the mists of time, Mars light would shine.
Whoa there, Iron Logs. Just tell us what we need to do.
Cretans with no taste, huh? Puh.
No, just good ears.
3 artifacts to Mars gate. Only then will the light tower rise and reveal the tomb.
Alrighty, I can handle that. That's no big deal. I just need a vehicle of some sort, and I'll be able to get over there no problem. Alright, I shall use the hoverboard reluctantly. As much as I don't want to. Yeah, see, that's exactly why I didn't want to do that. See, this is why I don't do that, is I don't use the hoverboard. You accidentally bump into a Crimson Guard, it hurts, and I don't know why. It was like, oh no, we We had a half-a-mile-hour collision. I mean, my goodness, why is that so effective? I mean, it hurts them too, but why does it do like 2 plips of damage for me? Haha! Almost, very, very almost just got myself smashed into another one. No, thank you. I'll stick with a car. At the very least, when I'm accidentally smacking into people with this thing, I don't get hurt in the process. Of course, unless the vehicle itself explodes. I mean, then obviously, you know, obviously I'm still probably gonna get hurt, but still. Alright. Just gotta do a whole bunch of awesome, sick turns, bro. Jak, greatest racer in all of his universe's history. On display right here, right now, in front of your very eyes. This game really does not account for the fact that you very much might be possibly terrible at actually driving these things. Turns out, it kind of makes everyone's claims that Jak is so freakishly great at racing kind of ring a bit hollow. Either way, onwards. Do the weird walk. Never forget the weird walk. It is clearly the greatest of all walks. Anyway. Okay. Seeing as how I know that it's not attached to Haven Forest, then I'm going to have to go back through the temple-y ways. Yeah, you can see by the giant glowing pillar of light. Luckily, the game is kind enough to give you those sometimes. Usually not when you actually need them, but sometimes it's willing to be nice. Either way, that's a pretty good indication that you're supposed to head way over here. Cutscene, save me! The cutscene did not save me from fall damage. That is a bummer. Let it be known that as soon as I step foot into this unbelievably difficult to get into area, that I have got some grievances that are gonna need to be aired, okay? Alright, first and foremost, I better not see a single anything on the other side of this place, you know? Like, seriously, it took forever and a half in order to get all the sacred mumbo-y jumbo-y pieces in order to actually get into this place. So, I better not see a metalhead, an animal, or anything of the sort. Because, for obvious reasons, it should be impossible to get in here without those artifacts. We also shouldn't see any of those Crimson Guard crates, because that would imply Crimson Guards have been in here. Luckily, that appears to be the case. So far, so good. Nothing bad is happening. It all works out. However, again, I feel the need to bring up jetpacks. Because you know what I can't help but notice? I don't know how to make the... I don't know how to make the first-person vote go, but this isn't a cave, or an enclave, or a tomb, or an anything. If we got one of those jetpacks that the Crimson Guard have been using this entire time, I could just swoop in here without having to deal with any of that nonsense. In fact, there was actually a passage that led directly to the ring we came in through, which means a well-built bridge could have gotten us here, and we wouldn't have needed those fancy trinkets. I mean, these 3 trinkets, though, those are necessary, but the symbols of Mar, nah, those are pointless, man. I don't know why there's got to be a thing. Either way, this is gonna be awesome. Ha! And then ammo flies out of him. Got anything to say? I know you do.
Well, I'll be a monk cow's uncle. The light tower actually does exist. The beam of light is shining somewhere in the city. The tomb of Mar was right under our noses all along. And thanks to me, you found it.
Actually, Pecker, you contributed absolutely nothing to any of this, so I would suggest shutting up. Regardless, there we go. The best part about that cutscene with the guard is that's not, like, programmed in or anything. Like, the cutscene just plays, and if any civilians happen to be around when any of the things that are incredibly violent go on, they just kind of get caught up in the aftermath of it. So, like, that guard could have not been there. The last time I played it, it was just 2 civilians casually walking, and they just got full-on pancaked by that stone head. It was glorious. Anyway, see? It's connected. There's the ring, right over there. Either way, I should... In fact... In fact, that's Haven City right over there. I could have... See, a bridge, a grappling hook, a harpoon gun. Any of those things would have worked just fine. I made that jump. I just had to get up there. It's downright redunculous. All right, fine. Be that as it may, we've got far more important things to be whining about than that. Because now we get to go into the Temple of Mar. Whoa, Nelly. All right. Shouldn't be too difficult to get to, especially with a locomotive of some sorts. All right, everybody everywhere, out of my way. I got important things to do. And they include mad sick turns, bro. Darn shame you can't drift in a hover car, because, I mean, that sure would be handy. Man, and upon reflection, I realize, in Jak 3, you don't even have to go to Jak X to get this. In Jak 3, they use wheels instead of hover cars. Like, I get it, hovering, it's the future and stuff. Ooh, super important and fancy, but, like, nah, man, nah. Wheels. Turns out, that was a pretty good invention. Maybe we should have stuck with that. Until we can somehow master a way to, I guess, make hover technology not the single most annoying thing ever. And I really don't want to be a part of it. I mean, we've got hovercrafts. The problem is, they're impossible to steer. So, yeah, same problems as in the games. Go figure, huh?
Leaving city safe zone.
All right, and miraculously, a bunch of people are already down here. Sigh. Anyway, I can't help but notice that none of us seem to be even remotely concerned with the fact that we're kind of leading Baron Praxis right to the Precursor Stone, because he would have never been able to get down here without us doing all that stuff we just did, and now we can just come in and blow everything up and grab it. I'm sure that won't happen, wink wink nudge nudge, but something to think about.
You did it, Jak. You actually found Mars' tomb.
Great. Now what? We send this poor kid into a meat grinder?
This is the day I've long awaited, to finally hold the fabled Precursor Stone in my hands.
That sounds suspicious.
Child. The tests of manhood are sure to be fraught with peril, and Mars Air must face them alone.
It's okay, kid. You can do it. It's just a deep, pitch-black, sure to be filled to the brim with painful death old tomb. I wouldn't go in there.
Welcome, heir of Mar. Finally, the Chosen One stands before me. Enter and prove yourself worthy to claim the ancient birthright. No. This child is too young to face the tests.
What? No!
Do something, Jak!
Jak, remember the sure to be filled to the brim with painful death part?
You have no one to blame but yourself, Jak. I mean, Daxter.
He's going to face the tests.
No, he's gone to his death.
No, I'm sure neither of those comments are ominous. Anyway, all right. So, you know, I don't really understand Daxter. Also, wow, that's an astonishingly good start. I don't understand Daxter. Like, he doesn't have to follow Jak everywhere. And he should know that he doesn't have to follow Jak everywhere, because by the simple virtue of the fact that he almost contributes nothing to Jak's adventure. He doesn't do anything. He just tags along into extraordinarily dangerous places and circumstances. All for the sake of just, I guess, hanging with Jak? Like, I don't really understand it. It's, like, seriously, dude, no one is asking you to hang out here. We know it's dangerous, and you could totally just stay home. Like, no one would blame you or anything. I mean, if you actually, I don't know, contributed something, I guess, to any of this, then maybe it could be argued that, yeah, you should totally just suck it up and keep on going, but you don't have a point in being here, dude! Like, seriously. Yeah, anyway. I really legitimately, like, right off the bat, I've barely gone through any of the challenges. And, yeah, that young kid would have definitely not been able to do any of the things that are inside this place. I don't entirely understand how anybody was under the assumption that he would be able to handle it on his own. Seriously, Jak is having trouble with this stuff. Yeah, I'm sure, like, the 3-year-old is totally going to be able to do the mad gymnastics necessary in order to pull all this off. Also, why are there Crimson Guard crates inside Mars Temple? Seriously, nobody has been in here for, like, eons. and yet there are Crimson Guard tanks in here. Like, I get it. They're there so we can get ammo and stuff. And, you know, Dark Eco and all that wonderful hibbity-joggity-boggity-boggin. Also, wow, I am doing terribly. This was yet another thing I didn't have that much trouble with. Alright, fine, if that's the way things gotta be. I'm just saying, from a gameplay perspective, I understand perfectly why these things are here. From a realistic perspective, it makes absolutely no sense what the actual hell. Either way, okay, let's go, 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 go. I think part of the reason I'm having so much trouble here is there's a lot of audio cues that allow me to know what exactly is going on, so I can actually properly adjust to it, but I'm talking over all of the sound effects, so that kind of makes things difficult. Anyway, okay. We can just hang out here, because as it turns out, I didn't actually have to make that jump when I did. Anyway, alright. We just gotta take things one step at a time, and we'll be able to get through this all lickety-split, no problemo. Alright, hitting that switch somehow, for some reason, made all these spiky platforms de-spike. Oh, okay, alright, sure, fine, yes. Okay, fine. You want me to go into super tryhard mode this early game? Fine, then that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to dial back the comedy and the introspective, nonsensical, you know, non-sequiturs that I normally spout, but you want me to just go crazy on this place? Then I will go full-blown crazy. Fine. Massive jump. There we go. Take out the spider that I guess just lives in here. There's another spider. Did not see him in time. Ain't that just about the bee? There we go. Yeah, whoop, 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 whoop. I thought I saw the stick approaching me. That was the stick leaving me. Leaving me when I needed it most. Who knew that sticks were such a terrible and vindictive creature? Alright. Button push. Alright. Number up the neck. Get those muscles all relaxed. Because things are only going to get tougher from here, and I'm going to need to seriously put some oompa down the pants if I'm going to be able to make any of this work. First things first. Only jump towards platforms that are approaching you. As it turns out, that is actually the way it's intended to go about it. Thank you. All right. That takes care of that. Which means I can reach yonder platform. Huzzah. All right. And then yonder stick. The mightiest of all sticks. There we go. And this automated stuff has apparently just been going on its own. Without anybody to run it or maintain it or keep up the maintenance or any of that and such nonsense. It's just all been able to keep on doing what it's been doing all this time. Anyway, the platforms rise. Although the spikes have now suddenly started working again, so that's a little weird. It might seem like you're supposed to climb those, but actually you're supposed to just go down. I'm willing to bet there might be a precursor orb in it for you or something if you actually do climb up that thing, if there's some way to even do that. I'm not entirely sure if that's actually true, but we're supposed to go down, so down I shall go. And now it's time for something completely different. I have no idea why Daxter does what he's about to do. This is entirely unnecessary. Doing this serves no point. He should know that doing this will result in bad things, and yet he does it anyway. And now we're playing as Daxter run away from the giant boulder! Ah! This is the only time in the entire game where you play as Daxter in any capacity. I don't understand why it's here. This was a problem that Daxter himself could have very easily managed to fix on his own. He could have just not pulled that thing out from underneath the giant boulder, and this whole situation wouldn't have ever happened. Also, Daxter, considering the fact that you spent your entire spin-off game fighting bugs, and you can't even say it didn't happen yet because it happened between the first and second games, that you really should be able to handle bugs like this. I'm just throwing that out there. I guess you just decided, I don't need any of that bug-stopping equipment anymore. I got Jak back. Jak will do everything. I don't have to care or try anymore. I guess, and I guess I got ran over by a spider. It happens sometimes. All right, fine. Out of the way, nerd. And nerd-related nerds. Spider nerd. Spider-Man's a nerd, so it all fits together like a fine puzzle. All right, so we just got, okay. Now we do this properly. with a hip-hop bibbidi-bop. The best I can guess is that this is a reference to Crash Bandicoot. Like, because there were lots of levels in Crash Bandicoot that were, like, exactly this. Run away from the thing that's trying to murder you. Whether it's a boulder or an animal or whatever. Point is, I mean, it would make sense. Naughty Dog did make Crash Bandicoot, so quasi-homage would make, you know, perfect sense. All right, so not good, not good, not good, not good. Bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day. Large spider. Okay, moving right along, moving right along. We're almost on the home stretch. Just a little bit further and we can move right along without any problems whatsoever. Just need to not screw up any of these simple, very simple jumps. And there we go. And now Daxter is on the other side of the super extraordinarily complicated to open up door, and he doesn't open it from that side. I guess he can't, so he just resigns himself to waiting for Jak, but regardless. Anyway, for like, I think maybe one of the only times ever, it's just Jak. Daxter is not there. And I know what you're thinking. How are we ever possibly going to be able to get through all of these tricks and traps and puzzles without Daxter's help? I mean, my goodness, Jak and Daxter are a team. They are two parts of the same machine. Okay, that was not a good example, but you know what I mean. Like, man, you take Jak away from Daxter, and Daxter can't do anything. You take Daxter away from Jak, and he can still do everything. Oh wait, yeah, I guess this changes nothing. I like Daxter, okay? He's a good sidekick. He provides the comedic relief. He diffuses the stressful situations and whatnot. I get that, and that's cool and everything, but he has no business being in this crazy nonsense. Either way, I have to wonder. Like, I ever think about the parallel universe where it was Jak who fell into that pit of dark eco and turned into an Otzel instead of Daxter, and it was Daxter who took the place of Jak's role? Like, you gotta think that is that is an alternate universe that exists. Like, that's I would be surprised if it didn't. Like, I'm genuinely curious as to how exactly that universe ended up, if I'm being honest. I don't know if Daxter could, in any plane of reality, be capable of doing the things that Jak has to do in order to save the world. I mean, I like to think that he'd be able to step it up and everything would work out, but, man, I just don't know. I can't say with complete honesty and certainty that he'd be able to do it. He barely got through his own adventure. Anyway. That's one giant, mysterious, glowing light of doom. Now we just need another one in order to open up the big fancy door. Alright, so the question is, where is the other way I need to go?